We live in a hyper-connected era. From the moment we open our eyes until we fall asleep, social media surrounds us, addresses us, distracts us, and often consumes us. What began as a tool to bring us closer has now become a global phenomenon that transforms our minds, relationships, emotions, and ways of living. Is this a new form of addiction? Although the word addiction is usually reserved for substances like alcohol or drugs, many experts today agree that excessive use of social media can be considered a behavioral addiction. Clinical psychologist Adam Alter affirms this in his book, Irresistible, where he argues that digital technologies are designed to create dependency, activating the same brain circuits as drugs. Sean Parker, co-founder of Facebook, admitted it bluntly. The thought process behind building these applications was, how do we consume as much of your time and conscious attention as possible? And that means we need to give you a little dopamine hit every once in a while.
Dopamine, the biological key to hooking us. Dopamine is a neurotransmitter crucial to the brain's reward system. Every time we receive a notification, a like, a comment, or a new follower, dopamine is released, creating a pleasurable sensation that the brain wants to repeat. This constant search for immediate gratification leads to what is known as intermittent reinforcement, a pattern that makes social media highly addictive. The brain's reward system is a group of structures activated when we experience something pleasurable or rewarding, such as eating, having sex, receiving affection, listening to music, or achieving a goal. From a neurophysiological perspective, we know this process activates the mesolimbic system, particularly the nucleus accumbens, which is involved in motivation and pleasure. Its main function is to reinforce behaviors that support survival and well-being, motivating us to repeat them. But in the case of social media, the reward giver is not natural but digital and perpetual.
Psychological impact and key theories. From a psychological standpoint, different theoretical frameworks help us understand what is happening. The self-determination theory, proposed by Deci and Ryan, suggests that human beings have three basic psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. Social media appears to meet these needs but does so in a superficial and often counterproductive way, leading to emotional dependence, constant social comparison, and low self-esteem. Caplan's cognitive behavioral model of internet addiction, proposed in 2010, suggests that people who struggle with real-life social interactions tend to turn to the virtual world to avoid discomfort, thereby reinforcing the addictive cycle.
Children in a digital world without barriers. Children and adolescents are especially vulnerable. They are growing up in an environment where screens replace physical play, face-to-face interaction, and creative boredom. Jean Twenge, psychologist and author of iGen, warns, generations that have grown up with smartphones from an early age show higher levels of anxiety, depression, and loneliness. When a child is exposed to constant stimulation without having yet developed executive functions, self-control, sustained attention, emotional regulation, their brain is shaped by the principles of immediacy and instant gratification. This can compromise their ability to tolerate frustration, concentrate, or develop empathy.
Hyperstimulation and multitasking. Evolution or collapse. We live in a world where everything happens at once. We switch tabs, watch videos while replying to messages, and listen to podcasts while we work. Constant hyperstimulation has made multitasking the norm, but neuroscientifically, our brain is not designed for it. Neuroscientist Gloria warns that every time we switch tasks, our brain takes between 15 and 23 minutes to regain full concentration. Furthermore, excessive stimulus consumption can alter the ability to deeply integrate information, reducing comprehension, memory, and critical thinking skills. Are we evolving or regressing? Technology itself is not the problem. The challenge lies in how we use it. While it's true that we've developed new skills, like global connectivity or immediate access to information, we've also lost essential ones: mindfulness, real presence, introspection, and the ability to sit in silence with ourselves. Evolution without awareness can lead to emotional regression. We are more connected yet lonelier, more informed yet less wise, busier yet less fulfilled. So, what are we forgetting? We are forgetting what it means to be human. The pause, fertile boredom, deep dialogue without intermediaries, eye contact without filters or selfies. We are forgetting slowness, connection with nature, bodily experience, contemplation, elements that are part of our psychic, emotional, and spiritual health. But there is always hope. Being aware of the effects that social media have on us is the first step to regaining control. We can create new routines, set digital boundaries, and practice disconnecting to reconnect. We can learn to consume content that inspires, builds, and uplifts us. We can choose what kind of humans we want to be, and above all, we can return to ourselves, to that more authentic, more present, more real version of who we are. Becoming the best version of ourselves in this digital age means reclaiming what the algorithm cannot give us: deep connection with our values, our essence, and with others in a genuine way. Let's ensure our relationship with our screens isn't deeper than the one we have with ourselves, or more significant than the time we share with our loved ones. Our priorities are ours to choose, and therein lies our power and control. So I invite you to step away from constant distraction and daily consumption, and make your time a pause, a moment gifted to yourself and to what truly matters, a more conscious space for mental rest and emotional clarity. So today, choose consciously. How will you live your day?
If you found this video interesting, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. You'll be helping me continue to create more content. Thank you so much.